Hi, my name's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you 5 tips that you need to know before starting an Etsy shop. Even if you already have an Etsy shop, this video will still be valuable to you. I actually didn't start implementing these tips in my shop until later, and well, I wish I knew these things from the get-go. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, know your numbers. When I first started selling products online, I remember entering all the info into my listing and getting to the pricing section and being like, I have no idea what to price this at. My mind then ran through the thoughts of,
is this price too high, too low? Does it cover all my expenses? Am I missing any fees? Oh wait, what about all the time I put into this? Shipping can't cost that much, can it? It's small and it's light. Should be fine. Whatever, I'll just price it at this and see how it goes. I'm sure I'm making at least some profit on this.
Lucky for you, I've developed a free downloadable Google Sheet that helps you work out all of your numbers, price your products, and keep track of your profits, which is the most important part, isn't it? So I've already done the hard part of building the spreadsheet and entering in all the necessary formulas, and all you have to do is, in the gray areas, fill out your own numbers, and the sheet will automatically calculate everything else for you. So there are 3 tabs within the spreadsheet: a product cost calculator, the profit breakdown chart, and the profit log. The product cost calculator. So this is where you enter in all the costs you incurred for your finished product, and it will give you your cost per unit. Knowing this number is very important, so having a place to store all of your product's costs is very handy. Profit breakdown chart. This tab will calculate your hourly wage, profit dollar amount, profit margin percentage, and your ROI, which is return on investment, all broken down per item. So say your goal is to aim for $25 an hour, or want to double your money, which would be a 100% ROI, etc. You can easily plan that out with this chart. Profit log. This tab is where you can calculate out the profits you've earned on a daily basis, log the numbers in the daily log, then the monthly summary chart will total up your earnings and give you your monthly earnings. Now you know exactly how much profit you're bringing in. Now I know I went through all of that pretty quickly, but there are instructions at the top of each tab on how to use each tool. Plus I'll include a link in the cover page of the sheet for detailed video instructions. And you can find the link for the Know Your Numbers toolkit down in the description box below. Tip number 2, create a review strategy. Reviews are super important when it comes to running an e-commerce business. It's one of the biggest things that makes customers trust you and then result in purchasing from you. Think of your own shopping habits. Do you buy the Amazon product with 5 reviews? Or 500? When trying out a new restaurant, do you pick the one that you hear your friends and family constantly raving about? Or do you pick the one that no one has ever heard of? Not saying that the one you've never heard of is going to be bad, but naturally people want to avoid bad experiences. So they ultimately opt for the one that sounds more promising. Mine personally is I design thank you cards on Canva, I order them on Vistaprint, and then I handwrite a personalized thank you note on the back of the thank you card for each and every order, and at the bottom I say, if you wouldn't mind leaving us a quick review on Etsy, we'd love to hear your feedback. Once I started implementing this strategy, I got tons and tons of reviews. Another option is you can personally reach out to each and every customer through Etsy and simply ask them to leave a review. In the conversation thread, there are pre-saved replies that you can use, and Etsy already gives you a post-purchase review option. It also gives your customer a good opportunity to present any concerns they may have with your product, and then you can fix the problem before they just go ahead and write a 1-star review. Tip number 3, repeat customer strategy. A customer who has already purchased from you before is highly likely to purchase from you again. So with that being said, you can give them a special code on the thank you card for a discount on their next purchase. Then they feel super valued and even more likely to make another purchase. And then you may find that they'll share this code with their friends, urge them to sign up for your emailing list, and you can entice them with a free ebook or a free downloadable PDF. The PDF or ebook could be ways to use the product, how to clean the product, etc. and suggest that they follow you on social media. Every now and then you'll pop up on their feed, or they'll be watching your stories, and then they won't forget about your existence. You can come out with other products that complement your main product, or you can give them a small sample of one of your other products. Tip number 4, setting up your listings. Right when you set up your shop, Etsy makes you create at least 1 listing and they won't let you bypass it. So have at least 1 product ready to go when you're opening your shop. And here's what you'll need. You will need up to 10 photos, include multiple angles, close-ups showing details and textures, one that displays size reference, so for example you holding it, or have it pictured next to a coin or a well-known item. This is optional, but Etsy lets you upload 1 15-second long, no audio video. So it's a great opportunity to show show your product in use or do like an unboxing kind of a video, up to you. The thumbnail, which is actually going to be your first photo, your title, and a tip for that is the first few words should accurately describe exactly what your product is. And then you'll have to pick a category, and then you'll have to input a description. Customers generally don't pay great attention when it comes to the description, so I like to keep it short and sweet and to the point. I'd also recommend stating exactly what the listing is coming with when they make their purchase, just so there's absolutely no confusion. The tag section is optional, but I would recommend entering in at least some tags even if you haven't done any keyword research yet. So use tags that you think customers would use to search for your product. Or if you want to go the extra mile, you can do your keyword research by using a tool like eRank, or if you start typing words into the Etsy search bar, you'll notice that it starts coming up with suggestions, and that will give you good ideas for keywords you can use. Next, you'll have to enter in a price, and you'll know exactly what to price your product at since you downloaded my Know Your Numbers toolkit, which again is linked in the description bar below. Next, it will make you fill out your delivery options, so you can have Etsy automatically calculate the shipping costs for the customer based on their location. So if you want to do that, you'll have to know the packaged dimensions and weight of your product. But I actually recommend offering free shipping and then factoring in your shipping costs into the retail price of the item. That way it just looks more attractive to buyers. Tip number 5, setting up your shop. Now, you don't need to have all these ready to go right away, but it's good to have a heads up on what you're going to need eventually anyway. So for graphics, you'll need a banner for your shop, a profile image, an About Us section, so you can include a few photos or video, what your passion is, etc. Now, you'll also want to set up shop policies, returns, order cancellations, and exchanges. So these are actually really easy to set up. You basically just tick boxes and Etsy does the write-up for you. So think about if you'll be able to offer these options or not. Now, there's also a frequently asked questions section that you can fill out. I actually don't have much in that section because I try to make the product listing as informative as possible so the customer doesn't actually have any questions to ask, ideally. But I did include, do you offer wholesaling options? And I said yes, depending on product availability. Now, this is just kind of a bonus tip, but think about how you'll want to deal with unhappy customers. They're actually pretty rare on Etsy, but it's kind of inevitable. It will happen. So it's good to have a policy in place before it actually happens. They may contact you and say their order still hasn't arrived, maybe it was lost in the mail, maybe it arrived damaged. Now, first things first is to make them feel heard and put yourself in their shoes. You can say something along the lines of, I understand you're feeling blank, whatever the situation may be, and I know that that's frustrating, and then offer the solution. If they're getting cranky at you for any reason, never fight back, always be kind, but don't let them take advantage of you either. If you're having troubles, you can always refer back to your shop policies, send them a screenshot. So whenever I have to deal with an unhappy customer, well, if the order was lost in the mail and there was a tracking number on it, I send them a replacement right away, and then I file a claim with the shipping company that I used so I can get reimbursed for the lost or damaged product. If they're saying their item is defective, I get them to send me photos, and normally I'll just replace the product even if I don't really agree with it. But it's a lot better to break even or even lose money on that order than to have them leave a crappy review for you. So those are my top tips that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and let me know down below which tip was the most valuable to you. Give this video a like as it really supports my channel, and subscribe for more helpful videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!